Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video. Today we are going to discuss the inspection of the pharmaceutical manufacturer done by Abdurrahman Yahya, Ahmed Alauddin and Muhammad Usam. Inspection of the pharmaceutical manufacturer. According to the WHO, it can be defined as monitoring the quality of the pharmaceutical products in distribution channels from the point of the manufacturer to delivery to the recipient as a way of eliminating the hazard process. Also, it can be defined as a group of guidelines intended to promote the harmonization of the pharmaceutical practice among the WHO member states, directed to the government inspectors to help them in evaluating the manufacturer's compliance with the good manufacturing practice. The inspector teams. The inspector team usually consists of the following. First of all, the lead inspector who lead the inspection process and completing the report. Second of all, assisting inspectors. Third of all, technical inspectors who are intended or involved with the technical issues. And finally, rule of the inspectors. First of all, the inspectors should review the following: the report and the follow-up actions arising from the previous inspections, any variation to the manufacturing authorization and the product recall initiated since the previous inspection. Second of all, the inspectors should examine the relevant product defects noticed since the previous inspection. Third of all, the inspectors should provide or offer any advice on how to improve the procedures or the process and to offer the assistance which serves the public interest. Types of the inspection. Mainly, there are different types of the inspection according to the nature and the objective of the inspection. First of all, the routine inspection. This is a full inspection of all the applicable components of the GMP and may be indicated when the manufacturer has a newly established request a renewal of a license to operate, has introduced a new product lines, and has a history of non-compliance with the GMP. Third of all, the follow-up inspection or the reassessment. The follow-up visits are made to monitor the result of the corrective actions. They are normally carried out from 6 weeks to 6 months after the initial inspection, depending on the nature of the defect. Fourth of all,
And now we are going to talk about steps of pharmaceutical inspection. Step number 1 is preparing for inspection. Step number 2 is conducting the inspection. Step number 3 is the closing meeting after the inspection. And the first step of pharmaceutical inspection is the preparation for the inspection. It begins at the inspector desk where documents related to the company are reviewed, including the manufacturing license, the marketing authorization, complaints, recall reports, results of surveillance tests, self-inspection reports. The second step is conducting the inspection itself, keeping in mind that the inspection may be announced or unannounced. The first step is an inspection meeting between the inspector, the company management, and the company representative. Second, the inspector must keep in mind to follow his plan to avoid fraud or bias. Third and most importantly is the site inspection itself, including the manufacturing, quality control, storage facilities, and also some personnel interviewing to gather more information, the documentation and procedures. The third step is the closing meeting, held also between the inspector, the company representative, and the manufacturing management, where the inspector gives a verbal summary about his inspection. Last but not least, the inspection report. The inspection report includes observations about the manufacturing process, the deficiencies in the manufacturing process, and this report is viewed.
An inspection report. An inspection report it is a recommended format for used by organization carrying out pharmaceutical inspections. The aim of this inspection is to sure Second, the scope. The scope it is apply of inspection report. that have been done by pharmaceutical companies on their finished pharmaceutical product active ingredients in form of separate. Third, the glossary. Glossary is composed of correction and corrective action, where correction it is action taken to remove any unconformity on product such as reprocessing of product, designing it to another use, or destroying them. While corrective action it is a step that is applied to remove and prevent any recurrence of any source that lead to undesirable condition and nonconformity. Number 2. Deficiency. It is term of non-achieving of requirements. Number 3. Observations. It is a declaration of any fact used during inspection process. It may be positive or negative observations, where positive observation should appear as a description of the producers that the firm is carrying out especially well and might be considered cases of especially good practice of products, while a negative observation is discovery of any resistance to requirements. Fourth, general principles. Inspection principles are done to any pharmaceutical products where inspectors finish their reports. The report must include proposal model, appendix, and last, model of inspection report. Appendix 1. It consists of 6 parts, including part number 1, general information about company, which include manufacture details, inspection details, introduction, and a brief report of inspection activities undertaken. Part number 2, brief summary of findings and recommendation. Part number 3, a list of deficiencies. Part number 4, outcomes. Part number 5, list of GMP guidelines referenced in the inspection. Part number 6, assessment of companies, response to final conclusion, risk ratio, and next due date. Appendix. Thank you.